Good evening and welcome to the Behind Enemy Lines podcast, episode 50. Even if it's not evening where you are, tough shit, good evening. I'm Dan, here with
Greg
and Damian,
who is, as we've mentioned many times, replaceable.
You get fucked.
Episode 50, man. That is, man, like if it was a cricket game, we'd be allowed to like hold our bat up and go, yeah, did it. Awesome. Episode 50. I'm fucking hyped.
Why the hell did you bring cricket?
Man, no one likes cricket. Cricket sucks.
Anyway.
Thanks for making it dull.
So, but in all seriousness, if you have managed to listen to all 50 episodes of this podcast,
You have no life.
You are a loser.
and in some small way you've enjoyed it, or it's
Chorizo.
some little
El chorizo. El macho. El macho. El chorizo.
Shot sausage man.
Then we thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our cold black hearts.
Yay, dead people.
Massive thank you to the guys who, knowingly or not, sort of sponsor the show. Maybe.
Yes. No.
BattleKiwi.com and diceofwar.com.au. Dudes, we love you.
Send us free stuff.
They do. They've already done it.
Send me free stuff, not Greg.
I gave you
I'd like some free stuff.
You got some.
What?
Japanese dice.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
No, I want a
And a
cheer.
dice box.
You want a chair?
You want a chair?
No one makes chairs. It's like, unless you want to make a deal with Harvey Norman or some shit. It's like, no one's going to send you chairs.
Very true.
El macho, el chorizo.
The Behind Enemy Lines podcast, sponsored by Big Safe Furniture. So, head on over to social media. Find us on social media. Look up Behind Enemy Lines podcast. I'm not going to tell you where to go. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
YouTube.
We're on YouTube, bloody blah. We should put a new video up on YouTube soon.
We
actually.
should. You
So,
should.
episode 50, we are going to crack into it. We are going to find a sweeper to take us into noob news. I said sweeper, not creeper.
Good stuff. You can't replace me.
So,
Yeah, I can, because you marked it with that shit, and I know exactly where to replace it now, because it's like, there's gaps. Thank
Oh,
you.
good stuff, man. I'm better than that shitty one you put on last time. That was crap.
We'll see. We'll
yeah,
see.
well, actually, we should
We'll
put
let
a
the
poll up.
we'll let the audience
We'll put a
decide.
poll up.
Hey, the audience
So-
is on my side. Good stuff, sausage man.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that. Anyway, so the latest news, as you may have seen on the blog, Eastern Front is coming for Flames of War Mid-War version 4. 2 new books coming out, Iron Cross and Enemy at the Gates, covering both the Germans and the Russians. Well, clearly, because it's on the fucking Eastern Front, right? So we've...
Has it got Italians in it?
Yeah, totes.
No.
Why not? They were on the Eastern Front along with the Spanish Legion.
Doing what?
Doing what?
What about
Just holding the line.
Making the pasta.
Spoiler alert, they got overrun and lost.
Awkward.
That's what happens when you put your, like, I nearly said lesser races. That's what happens when you put your, it's like, whoa, whoopsie doodle. So, I mean, your weakest allies.
Hey, they still had a very successful cavalry charge on the Eastern Front, overrunning crap tons of Russians who shit themselves and died.
Yeah, but the problem was there was more Russians.
Oh, that's true.
Always. There was always
Yeah.
more
And
Russians.
then,
Plus they
and
had
then just
tanks.
over the hill there were more Russians and tanks.
And tanks.
Over on the blog, we've got a bit of a preview of the releases that we're expecting to see. Well, we're not expecting to see. We know that they are coming out. Things like plastic Panzer IVs, plastic Panzer
Plastic
IIIs,
everything.
plastic bloody everything, plastic 88s, plastic 10.5 centimeter guns,
Plastic
tank
Katushlers.
killers,
Plastic boobs.
What? No
plastic caddies, plastic KV1s, plastic Lees, Valleys, all the rest of it, so you can do your Lend-Lease stuff. It's just plastic everywhere. It's unbelievable. But there's a whole heap of stuff that's getting re-released as well to fill the gaps. So over the next few days or so, when I can find some time to sit down, unless one of you clowns wants to do it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll be reviewing each of the books individually, going through what lists you can find, what you can create in the list, in the books rather. Battlefront's also teased another couple of books coming out towards the end of the year for the Eastern Front. I believe they're being called Ghost Panzers and something else.
Ghost Panzers.
Because they are the Panzer
No,
elite
no,
force.
no, Sabaton.
No?
Thank you.
Oh,
Calm your
anyway.
tits.
So as well as that,
band
there's
ever.
a new. So we've got new starter set coming out, which is a taster starter set, which has got like 5 tanks in it.
Tasty.
Called Stalingrad. 2 new starter army boxes.
Actually, they have 6 tanks in them.
in the starter box.
I don't know. Are they
In the
called?
Stalingrad starter box.
Are they called Dietrich's Ghost and Nikolev's Steel
If you
Wall?
scroll up, there's a 2-player starter set called Stalingrad.
No, it doesn't
which-
have pictures on it.
It has a KV1 and a T-34 and a Valentine and a Panzer 4 and a Panzer 3 sprue in it.
Please hold. I'm confirming.
I know it
doesn't have any
does. I
pictures.
did the review this morning.
It has 5 plastic tanks.
Oh my god!
There you
what
go.
did I say?
35 US
I don't know,
dollars.
Greg. You might have been right there, but it's nice to let him think he's in control.
Sorry,
so
what
we'll
was the
just
price
go
on
for
that?
it.
35 US.
That's pretty good. You also get like a terrain card and unit cards and all the rest of it in there. So pretty cool. 2 new army boxes. Dietrich's Panzers.
Yep, Dietrich's Panzers and Nikolev's
Nikolai's
Steel.
Steel Wall.
Except if you click on the pictures, they take you to a box of priests and a box of crusaders. So
Ooh,
not sure what's
delicious.
going on there.
So the Nikolai Steel Wall, you get 3 KV1 sprues, 3 T-34 early sprues, which you can actually use to make the OT-34 as well.
Flame.
The KV1 sprues, you can make the KV1, the KV1S, and the KV85.
Woohoo. KV85.
Sorry, KV8.
Yeah, I was going to say. Jeez,
Sorry.
calm down.
As well as 4 57/76mm gun sprues.
Yay, these guns.
Is this guns? I'll do. The German box comes with 3 Panzer 4 sprues, which you can make the Panzer 4 short 5cm
F1, F.
and the long 7.5cm, or is it the other way
F2.
around? The D or whatever it is.
One of
And
them.
3 Panzer 3 sprues that you can use to make the short 5cm, the long 5cm, the 7.5cm, and also the up armored versions from those.
Do they come with Schutzen in them, or is that we wait for Kursk for that?
I am not 100% sure on that one. I am sorry.
And a battery of 10.5
10.5 centimeter
centimeters,
guns.
because we're
All
German.
plastic all day. Many rule books in there as well to get you into the game. It's a good entry point.
It is.
It's not going to get you a full army.
No.
That's not the idea of these.
So by like 2 or 3 plates.
Yeah, yeah. So you supplement the forces with other plastic
Oh,
releases. there.
the thing I'm most excited about is a double-sided city and rural gaming map.
That now I have seen that match.
Is it the right size?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it is.
Because
Okay,
it's made
just
by
checking,
different-
just
different-
checking.
Made by a different place.
Yeah,
You
different
mean
price.
made
It's-
by a place that doesn't suck?
So it is gorgeous. It is a really nice mat.
Could it be used for different scales?
Of course, absolutely.
Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
Unless they ban it.
I don't know. Do they have roads and stuff, or is
They
it
have
all
a- they
rubbery?
have
One
like a-
side has roads on it,
Yeah.
and is like a concrete
They have a caveat, so you
waste
can't
ground,
play.
and the other side is just plain green.
Okay,
So yeah, really good dual purpose mat.
sure.
I like the dual-purpose mats. They're really cool. They got lots of stuff coming out. Like
Like it is balls to the wall to the end.
Damn,
of the year for
that
Eastern
page
Front
is huge. It's got so much stuff on
I'm
it.
looking at a Storm Group. Storm Group 6.
in plastic.
I know.
Plastic storm group.
Now Storm Group.
Plastic rifle platoon.
Now-
Plastic SMG platoon. Company.
The whole
for the
lot of
Soviets.
plastic. They've gone crazy with plastics.
Yeah, man.
So this is like a full plastic
It
release.
is
I think they've gone with this one. They've just like, let's do a full plastic release.
Yep.
And they've just gone mental.
So alongside that, there's the plastic Maxim HMGs. There's the plastic PTRDs. There's plastic 81mm/120mm mortars. It is just plastic
Little bit of a
everywhere.
spoiler question. Did they re-release Schmidt?
No.
Oh, so he doesn't exist now.
Well, I don't think so.
Not yet.
There'd probably be a card, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
I think T60's
They're still
metal.
resin.
Metal and resin, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's,
Yeah.
well,
What
I-
about the T70s?
They're not in here because they're not a big deal.
Nobody cares about
They don't-
T70s.
T70s don't really. They make an appearance, but not as many numbers as they
No,
do.
they were over on the Japanese side.
Yeah, we'll make up history as we go.
No
on.
man.
You'll just make shit up and
Yeah.
just annoy people.
That might have been T26.
Do they have Sergeant
Bullshit.
Yorks? Oh.
BT
Oh, no, they're too busy shooting down bathroom fans and
Oh,
stuff.
right.
Lorraine Schlippers and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. No Dianas though. Interesting.
Yeah, I can see what they've done here. So once again, it's everything that's not a big, not a horde, is what they said.
Yeah.
Not a horde only comes out in metal and resin. And
Yep.
if it's like a horde, i.e. Russians or Katyushas are another one that I didn't expect in plastic. But they're moving all their artillery to plastic as well.
yeah, much
so,
easier to do.
yeah.
Much easier to do.
Plastic is, at first you're like, oh, plastic, it'll blow away in the wind. Trust me, I've heard people say that. And it doesn't because, you don't play outside. You nerds never go outside. It's
So
like,
ca-
it's
so
like,
You're all
"Oh, where?"
pasty
It's
and
like-
you all look the same.
as well as the gaming mat that's coming out, there's some new terrain that's coming out as well. That's sort of Fits in with the Stalingrad theme.
What is the biggest price point and biggest box of Stalingrad terrain available? Going to be coming out.
Plastic destroyed buildings in plastic will set you back $60.
Yep.
And
That's
it
US
says,
dollars, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Create ruined Stalingrad buildings to fight over. Each building will be unique thanks to the range of ruined walls, sections, and corners.
This is a whole heap of stuff
I'm
in
not
there.
sure how much is in there, but it might be a couple, a bunch, a few.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple of bunch of few.
So again, I've seen those actual buildings. Some of them are up to sort of 9 inches, 10 inches tall.
They're huge.
They're good.
I think you can get
Really
extensions to make them even longer.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Yes, you can.
Well done, El Macho El Chorito.
Thank you. And you can get a brick factory. A factory that
brick
makes
factory
bricks
looks cool.
that made
It's
the
made
plastic
of
walls.
bricks.
Made of bricks. But then
You get the destroyed version.
you get the destroyed version and you're like, oh, who destroyed the brick factory?
I'm
And
going
you're
to go
like,
with the
"Oh,
Germans.
Oh, bastards.
And you also get
And
chimblies.
chimblies.
4 chimblies in the box.
It's like,
Sure.
I'm stuck in the chimbley.
Look at the chimblies.
Yeah.
Because I remember they handmade a bunch of these for the original Stalingrad book and then cast them in resin and they're only available in, the photos for their books.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They look super cool, man.
Oh, it's this, you can get the first floor only of the brick factory. Oh, it's no picture.
Huh?
Oh.
Oh, that's, yeah, because
There's
it's a
some
two-piece building that you...
There's some
top, bottom,
direct. It's rubble piles,
rubber
which
piles.
don't have a picture, but I assume they're a pile of crap.
So basically, there's a crap ton of stuff coming out for Stalingrad.
There is.
Yeah, man.
It's
And the
taking
Eastern
you
Front.
all the way through to late November.
Holy
so,
hell.
So that means there must be something fun coming for Christmas, as there always is.
Mm,
I don't know what that is.
really?
We can find
Bad
out.
I
Santa.
don't know what it is either.
No,
No, I don't.
we should find out what it is. And
So keep an eye on the blog. So we've got, because we've got more stuff coming out in terms of book review and the rest of it. So if you're interested in Eastern Front, Flames of War, Mid-War. Moving on, we have also seen Kill Team from Games Workshop coming out soon. So that's due to release on Saturday, I believe.
Yes.
If you've pre-ordered. So a
And
lot of people
the best thing, the best thing is that we're doing this episode, and because Dan's so onto it, he'll have it up and running probably late tonight,
It'll be
and will
minutes
actually
after.
still be relevant about Kill Team. I know.
Look at us being all
Look at
relevant
us.
shit.
Well,
I
it's,
know.
it's better that we control the
Internet.
the distribution
Flow of information.
of our computer system. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure what
Yeah,
I
you
read out
can't
things.
multitask.
No,
I
you
can't
can't.
multitask. I'm trying to
He's
scroll. I
scrolling,
saw
he's
something
doing
that was interesting and then I lost it.
So
That's
anyway,
so
so
annoying.
for Kill Team, like,
Yep.
buzzing around in all the different groups, and they've been releasing every day, building up to it, a
Yep.
new faction and bits of information as they normally do.
Yeah.
And I just sort of hung out and waited for Necrons, and I was following with the Necron overlords and stuff on Facebook.
Underlords,
And
you mean?
yeah, underlords, and they're all going, "Oh, what do we want? What do we want? We're gonna get this. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get this." Well,
What'd you get?
we got warriors
And
with Gauss.
did you not
Rifles.
get any other cool
No
stuff?
wraiths.
But no rates.
Really?
We got warriors, immortals, a cryptic, and the stabby slashy dudes. That's it.
Oh, what are those? What are they called?
The
Can't
Lich
remember.
Guard?
No,
No? What's Stabby Slashy do?
the stabby
The
slashy
ones
dudes.
who wear people's flesh.
Flayed ones.
Flayed
Oh, the
ones.
flayed ones.
That's
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So you get flayed ones, immortals, and warriors.
Cool.
And a cryptic.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's not very much.
It's not very
it's all
much
right.
at all.
I'm just looking at it, just thinking,
Trainers
you
get
know what?
warriors and
You
stuff.
know what? Sod that. I might just spam warriors. Then we get one gun option. I'm going to beat you to death with it.
All right. So you're
And I'm
going to
gonna
play
get
Kill
up.
Team?
If somebody lets me use their rules and shit, yeah.
It can't be that hard.
Nah.
No, I've...
I mean, letting Damian play.
GMG had a couple of games of it up as part of their pre-release bit, so go and check it out. Have a look. Tell Ash that the guys from Behind Enemy Lines sent you.
Shot Ash.
They won't.
He doesn't know him.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
True.
Maybe he does. I keep buying his books.
Yeah, how's that going? When are we going to get a game of that in?
Yep.
Nice.
When I finish painting stuff in between painting other things,
Fair call.
they're over there on the painting table.
Fair call. What else has been going on? Strontium Dog's out in stores now.
What game's that? What's
Strontium
that?
Dog. That's the
What's that, Dan?
2000 AD game.
Stronium dog.
That's a bugger.
No one's Stronium, mate.
Stranium.
Stranium.
Australian.
You got Stranium, mate.
Australian dingo.
You Stranium poison, mate. It's pretty bad for
The
you.
Australian version of 2000 AD. Australian dingo.
You, mate.
Stranium.
You got Stranium.
I'm a
so
mutant.
there's
I'm a
also...
mutant.
what else was there? There was something else I
Malifaux.
saw.
Malifaux version
that's right,
3.
Version 3.
Version 3 of Malifaux.
If anyone is interested in Malifaux, Version 3 is on its way out.
I skipped version 2.
I
eh?
played
Same.
one game of Malifaux in
What version? What version did
I
you
think it was
play?
version 2.
I played quite a few of version 1 and really enjoyed it. And
We
then
did.
I never got round to playing version 2. It was just
Same.
like, you know what? Oh, I'm going to get asleep on this for a bit.
Yeah.
Plus, if I get back into Malifaux, I'm going to have to start all over again because I got rid of it all.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you did too.
Yeah.
And I was never a fan of what's the thing that's in like the steampunky thing? I just
don't dig the steampunk.
I just don't
You
dig
don't
steampunk.
dig
What's
steampunk.
wrong with steampunk?
It's kind of, for me, it's steampunk is the anime of cartoons. I just don't like it.
Anime is cartoons.
Exactly, it's the anime of cartoons. I don't like anime. Therefore, I don't know. I don't like. It's not.
Are you crom-licking over there?
No, I don't like. I don't like steampunk.
Yeah.
I don't like anime
Yeah.
because I find them odd. And
What
the
about tentacle porn?
that is a separate. That's got a different name.
Hentai.
Yeah, hentai. That's not anime. That's
It
different.
kind of is.
Nah, one's cartoons, one's beautiful tentacle love. See, you guys don't understand. Completely different things.
Nice work, hombre, chorito.
Yeah.
What else?
Macho El
What
Chorito.
else have we got coming up? What else have we seen?
We actually did not prep at all for
Oh,
this
we did.
because
We're
I was
winging the
working.
show.
I
We're
was
winging the
I was
show.
trying to save millions of dollars today.
Yeah, me as well. Unfortunately,
Yeah, but we already had the money. I just had to make it
we had
work.
to find it.
Yeah, same,
It's
pretty
just
much.
being lost.
What
Someone
is this?
keeps
What is
losing
this talk of money?
Well, we don't get it. Someone else gets it, but we didn't lose it.
We're gonna
But
find it.
You just got to try and make sure that you get it for somebody else.
I have to put it in the right place.
All right.
Was there anything super exciting out of SDCC?
What's SDCC?
San Diego Comic-Con.
I don't know. It's probably a bunch of nerds dressing up like fucking their favorite Deadpool or some shit. I don't know.
I like Deadpool. I love
Oh, there's a
Deadpool.
few good movie trailers thingies. That
Yeah,
was
it's not
interesting.
Really in the much. Gen Con's coming up soon, so we might see some more stuff in terms of wargaming coming out of Gen Con.
We always say we should go to that, and then we never do.
Yeah, well, because
Because
don't
we're
save
poor.
up. We spend all our money and go to Palmerston North instead.
Not quite the same. Well, it's better.
Not even close.
No. Maybe one day we should do that, but then Damian's
Nah, if I'm
constantly poor.
I'm going to
'cause,
go
you
over
know,
to Historicon. The problem with that is it's on at the same time as Gen Con.
Planescon?
Panzerschreck.
Panzerschreck.
So
You could go
it's a
over
big
with
call,
the
man.
old people and play Napoleonics.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, Games Workshop are adding pre-made kill teams to their kill team game.
Awesome.
Yeah, they
So you can
were
get them for
doing that
each.
the other
And now I
day.
can separate each race.
You can get like Space Wolves and
Faction.
shit. There's like a little Space Wolf pack and everything.
I want to do Death Watch
Ugh.
for Kill Team. Only so I don't have to make a Death Watch 40k army. Or maybe
Why do
Chaos
you
Wolves.
have to make a 40k Deathwatch
I
army?
don't know. I feel compelled to do it.
It's because they're super cheesy. And they're like, oh, I see you're playing with Tau. I've got things that kill Tau.
Tau bullets.
Like hammers. It's like, oh no, hammers.
Like hammers.
Oh, it's like, hammers, our only weakness. Oh, who knew? All along it was hammers.
Screwdrivers as well. Ah!
Stupid
Oh,
bloody.
dear.
Dumb fishmen.
Yeah.
Well, it was quite cool on the 40k group that we haunt on Facebook. And they go, it's a good excuse to try something that you would never try, ever, and
Oh,
do
yeah,
a
yeah.
totally different army.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
So
was quite a good idea.
how's your Eldar coming?
Yeah, never.
What about Dark Eldar?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
No.
What about those fish elves?
Yeah. Oh, fish elves.
It's Age of Sigmar.
They all smell like fish.
Same thing.
Are you doing fish?
Do
elves
those
for Age of
elves taste
Sigmar?
like chicken, or do they just smell like fish? What?
No, they taste like death.
Tastes
are
like
you
sadness.
going to do Ideneth Deepkin when you play Age of Sigmar?
What?
When you play Age of Sigmar,
That's the name of the fish elves.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm just going to ignore it.
you're going to come.
That's
and
a
play
cool
Age of
picture
Sigmar.
of that Contemptor Dreadnought.
Is that Dave's
It's-
Contemptor?
No, that's just a contemptor I'm looking at.
Can I have a
It's
contemptor?
squishing a thingamajig.
A Tau,
No, the other yellow guys.
Eldar.
No, yellow guys.
Imperial Fist.
Imperial Fist,
Oh,
that's
that's a
him.
bugger.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's getting all
He's like-
squished.
he's like-
Oh, is that a
Just
World
down.
Eater's Contemptor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Could you not tell? It was angry and it's got
I
chains.
can
and-
only see it at a part angle from
Oh, well,
here.
that's your loss, not mine.
It's white with blue shoulder pads. It must be
Yeah,
a World Eater.
rah.
That's what I thought it was.
Rage.
What else? What else? Is there literally anything else?
I can't remember anything else coming across my newsfeed. And that is a problem.
I haven't heard or seen anything about X-Wing when it's happening. I don't even know
Oh.
when that's taking place.
No, me neither.
No.
It is
August,
July,
isn't it?
so it's September. It's August next month, and August is more of a releasey month because
Yeah.
doesn't that put you into a new quarter?
Oh my god, do you know what's coming out next month? Oh my god, oh
What?
my god,
Oh my god, I don't know. It'll probably be
It's
something.
Titanicus!
Oh yeah,
Next month.
That's
it's
gonna
not
be
far away.
super-
Only with Knights and the
So-
Giant Ones, so I'll just wait
it's
for
so
the
dumb.
Warhounds.
It's like we've got Reavers, we've got Warlords, and we've got Knights.
Knights,
yeah.
I was like, you're missing fucking Warhounds.
Yeah, they're
it's
next. They're
but
coming
that's
out later.
that's dumb. Like,
Why the fuck would you get a set
every
with stupid fucking Knights
every
in it?
story you read about a maniple is like it's like either it's an imperator and
Yes.
then next to the imperator, or sometimes it's a couple of warlords, but there's always reavers and there's always warhounds
Because they're the
because
scouts,
warhounds
not
go off
fucking
on scouts.
Knights.
They run away.
It's not going to be the be all and end all. There's
Nah,
going to
it's
be other
shit.
stuff.
No,
Stupid.
it's fucking
Oh my God,
stupid.
6 months ago, you had a massive hard on for it.
Yeah, right up until we figured out there were no Warhounds in the initial release.
Yeah, it's like that's dumb.
Hello.
You
Like-
just want to be able to use your epic scale.
Oh,
Warhounds.
I'd use them anyway.
Use
I
them
don't give a
anyway.
fuck. But
Right, so the
no,
the-
but I mean, really, come on. Let's face it. Knights, even in the normal games of 40k, they should still just be a 0 to 1 choice as a support option.
Whoa,
they don't
whoa,
deserve
whoa.
a fucking
This is
codex.
the noob news, not as the like discussion for changing a game that
yeah,
you
we'll
hardly
talk to
ever
that.
play.
We'll talk about that in parts.
Nah, you don't need to talk about that.
You're just jealous because you can't get knights for your fucking Necrons.
Don't need them. Yes,
You
we
can get those giant
The new
telephone
ones are
poles or
coming
whatever
out.
you get.
Yeah, the giant telephone
Oh,
poles.
monoliths and
the
pylons.
pylons or whatever it is.
No, there's a new walkie thing with gigantic guns on it. I'm just waiting to see what that's like, and then I might hit
A
Chinese.
trillion. Oh,
Why don't you just play Eldar and get a Wraith Knight?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like a walking like robot, but
Yeah,
it's
totally.
made of elves.
Yeah, no.
Made
It's
of
sad-
elves.
sadness. It
Made
is.
of the souls.
It's made of
dead
It's made of
elves.
Rathbone,
It's made of elves.
which is elves, I guess. I don't
Of
know.
soul.
I don't know.
Don't
Elf
listen,
bone.
don't listen to elf stories on YouTube.
No,
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh.
Right, so what do we do now?
Your
I
mum.
think
Ah,
She's dead, bro.
I know. It
Gosh.
doesn't work on you.
Should be all mouldy. It's been at least, what? How old am I?
No, we skeleton.
You're
Shit.
almost 50.
You're
I
40,
just turned 40, what?
7.
47.
You're old.
47, yeah.
Yeah.
You're as old as
Yeah, last
dirt,
week.
as they say.
Gruststone.
I'm still younger than this podcast. Haha.
This
This
podcast is only 4 years old.
This podcast is 50.
This podcast is a joke. You never stay on target. We're the worst people ever.
So we should probably, like, if you've got nothing else, and you've got nothing else, we should probably go to a break for
Podcast is
our
a
latest sponsor, the Spanish Sausage Shop.
That's right. El Chorito, El Macho.
Chicken breast fillets only $11.99 a kilo. Exclusive this week at Little Mad Butcher's Meat. You just can't beat the Mad Butcher's Meat. You just can't beat the Mad Butcher's Meat. You just can't beat the Mad Butcher's Meat.
Need tokens, terrain, or custom battlefield accessories? BattleKiwi.com has you covered. With a wide range of laser cut MDF and acrylic, it has something to suit everyone's wargaming needs. Ranging from the battlefields of World War II to the far future of Infinity, BattleKiwi.com has it all. Visit BattleKiwi.com, and for a 5% discount, use the code BEL5.
Welcome back to part 2 of the Behind Enemy Lines podcast, where there'll be less sausage than there was last time. We've recently, very recently, come back from our favourite road trip of the year, the trip down to Palmerston North to play in the world's oldest Flames of War tournament, Panzerschreck.
Whoop. And I pushed all the thingies that made the mic make noise. Yay!
We've lost Damo. He's gone. He's going to recover in a minute. Look, what do you say about Panzerschreck? Because really, it is just an absolute blast of a time, right? So this year, let's talk about what do we want to talk about first? Do we want to talk about
There
the
was
war
no
gaming?
snow.
There was no snow. We went straight there.
There's no
great.
snow.
Didn't have to stop.
No snow fights.
No, we didn't have to stop for smoke breaks because old Vapey McVape Pants
Vapes
vape
in the
nation
car.
the whole way down.
Yeah, he
It was
did.
great. So good.
Gavin still whinged like a bitch the whole time.
Yeah, well, he's done.
No, it wasn't that bad.
No, he's all right.
Yeah, he still whinged.
He's all right. He's right. It was fine. So trip down was really, really good. Like, we got really good weather the whole way down.
It was a lovely drive.
Yeah, it was a really good drive. Like, it was foggy as anything. Until we got out of Hamilton.
That was weird. Like,
It
the
was
whole,
so weird, man.
like, as you left Auckland and got into Pocono, it's like, where's Pocono?
Yeah.
And Hamilton was like, where's Hamilton?
Yeah.
And then
We left Hamilton and the sun came up.
the sun, it was literally left Hamilton, boom, blue sky, sunlight.
the whole
It's like
way.
the whole way.
And it was like it was either somebody in the car or somebody on the live stream said that it was like a miasma it had lifted.
A miasma. A miasma of pestilence had
So
lifted.
good. So we got down to Palmerston North and checked in and just
I consumed
hung out.
5 whole sausages. on
You
that
did
journey.
indeed.
Every BP we stopped at, I went to the Wild Bean and I purchased either 2 to 3 sausages or 1 or 2 or 3. I ate a lot of sausages that day.
You did. It was like a gay porn
No,
movie.
no,
all
no,
weekend.
no carbs. That was the
Zero
guys. No
carbs.
carbs all weekend except for the chocolate. But 0 carbs.
How much
And
weight?
bread.
How much weight had you put on over the weekend? Did you weigh yourself when you got back?
I
Oh,
looked.
yeah.
I looked at it and I think maybe, and this was like a week later. I think I didn't get any
Cool.
because I do a lot of walking. And me and Greg did that cheeky 2K.
We did. We did do a
Yeah,
2K walk
in between a
games.
tournament, we're like, "Oh, should we do a cheeky 2K?" And we walked
that's
around
right.
Red Bull
for Red Bull.
Red
It was like
Bull.
2 cheeky 2K, and I didn't get Red Bull because I got water instead because I'm healthy.
and fucking red vines.
Oh, I got like 1 red vine. It's not like I got a box of them.
What's a red vine?
It's like red licorice.
Red licorice.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was good when we almost got back, and then someone was coming around the corner. Do you want to lift? And Greg's like, "No, we're good." And I was like, "Oh, I wanted to, but that's okay. We'll walk the rest of the way. We've already done all this."
Yeah. We might as well finish it off,
Yeah,
right?
Oh, that's right, because Bob and I had buggered off into town.
Yeah, that's
guys
right,
are
you did.
pissed Off, left us behind.
because
So-
you
so-
lost real early.
We lost real far. No,
Oh, no,
that was me
hang
and
on.
Greg.
As you and
We
Greg
lost.
run-
Then Greg
I was-
disappeared, and
I was on
Bob
the same
said, "I want to
side
go
as
to
Bob.
town." I went, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, well, let's talk about the wargaming for a minute. So this year was Late War version 4. It was 1,800 points.
Yes.
Yeah, 900 points per person. You may or may not have already heard, we did go through with our plan and took tigers.
Yes.
All tigers, all day.
That was shit.
It was pretty bad, actually.
Well,
It
you
was.
guys.
It was worse than shit.
Well, it was pretty funny because me and Bob took tigers too,
Yeah.
but we won 2 of our games.
The first game.
The
Yeah.
first game, we
Yeah.
absolutely dominated some absolute fucking scrubs.
Yeah, travel all the fucking way down for
I know.
6 to 7 hours in a car.
And they
Yeah.
play the
And
same
very first game,
nerds we travelled
yeah,
with.
play the pricks you travelled with.
I know. It's like wow, that's great. And
What
I love
the
I love how they're like
fuck?
we like to match up Axis and allies unless you bought bullshit armies and then you can play each other. It's like
Play each other's scrub
That's
fights.
just
guys.
bullshit.
So
And
bad.
we like to match up Axis and Allied armies, except Greg and I played nothing but Germans.
all
No,
weekend.
they like to
Weekend
match up.
long.
They like to match up. What's the word? They like to match up Axis and allies first round, and then it's
Yeah.
all like
Then it's free for ball after
then
that.
it's what's Swiss chess.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I
Yeah, but
just-
but losing to you and Bob, that really hurt.
It
Oh,
did-
it was
No, it
good.
didn't actually.
It was so good
Give a
beating
shit.
you losers. Fucking
At least our
happy I did
game
that.
was over so fast we could go into town.
Who was the weakest thing? Was it you, Greg? Did you
I
lose
think
in the
it-
game?
I think it was actually.
It was quite weird.
To be fair, I don't want to blame the dice, but
My favorite part of like fucking you guys over was when I broke your AA gun link. And
Yeah.
it's like, hey Greg, that's a nice 88 you left out there in the open.
Yeah.
Whee, it's what your 2 centimeters gonna do. Oh, they're gonna leave because they got no friends. Oh shit.
they should have moved closer together.
They should have, but
Should have been a
didn't.
triangle deployment, but we learnt about that.
Yeah, we did.
He should have formed a phalanx.
A phalanx.
Yes, a reverse phalanx.
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 What's a phalanx?
It's like a strontium. form a square.
Form a
It's an Italian
chorizo.
sausage.
Form a chorizo.
Form an oblong.
Oh.
So Greg and I went through all 5 games defeated.
Yes.
Loser.
The games averaged 15 minutes long.
That's not true. Our average game
It
time
was
was about
15
45
minutes.
minutes.
It wasn't even 40. Is that
45.
including setup time and trying to figure out what the mission was?
Yeah, totally.
So 15-minute actual playing time.
That's bullshit.
You know what I noticed about this whole thing before no one cares about you guys loser games?
What?
No one was like a complete cockwomble, even though there's like a pretty hardcore player type folk there.
Yeah.
I think there's 1 or 2 like intense dudes there.
Yeah.
But mostly just one intense dude. And even in the last final game, you know, when you get to that final game and it's the 4 people, in this case it's 4 people because it's double.
It's 700 fucking seagulls.
And there's everyone watching, so you can't
Yeah.
make a mistake. But they were
I felt no.
they were jovial.
Yeah, I
the
felt
whole
no
time.
urge in that, like watching that last game, to actually interject or have to walk away or anything because it just felt
Entertaining.
it was an entertaining game.
Yeah,
totally, man.
and it was very backwards and forwards. I like that it was on a knife edge. It's like they'll lose if this happens. They'll lose if this happens. They'll win if they do this. They'll win if they do that. But they'll lose if this happens. And it's like all these scenarios going on that could cost them or win them the game.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be fair. We had plenty of time to go and watch other people's
Oh, we
games.
had tons of time. Except for my first and my last game, which I won. Because, pro
I
player.
feel like I'm a better player because of it.
Didn't I tell you about the awesome thing that happened in my last game?
I certainly don't feel like a better player. That was just shit.
I took out a Jag Panther with a tiger from the front. That was concealed and at long range.
How?
I rolled a 6, then you rolled a 1, then I rolled a 3,
Yeah.
and boom, no more tank. And that was like, their entire plan was that Jag Panther. It's like, this Jag Panther will come here and destroy all your tigers.
like
and
it destroyed all of ours.
And it
No,
will.
it was the Stugs that destroyed all of ours.
No, still no.
Oh, and did I tell you my Nibbleweffer battery destroyed a Stug and Assault?
Nibs can't assault.
Yeah, but they can defensive fire if there's a tiger within 8 inches of them being assaulted and it goes, hey, get away, little Stug, come, no more Stug in the side bum.
I knew we were in trouble when Greg's entire tiger force disintegrated to a full frontal assault by Stugs.
Did you get blowed up from the front by
He
Stugs?
got blowed up from the front
Oh,
by
we were-
Stugs.
When we played that same army, they tried to filter everything through a town, so I just targeted the Nibbleweffer battery onto the ground and just like started taking out pack 40s and infantry, so they
Yeah.
were locked down, couldn't move.
Yeah.
And then the Stugs tried a long range duel with tigers on the side, but my sidearm was still up to 9, and I was like, meh.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. Greg was,
Don't
going,
roll
no, don't
ones,
worry,
Greg.
it'll be fine. And
Don't
then all
roll
these ones
ones.
came out. It's just like, holy crap.
Unbelievable, man.
Shock Greg. And
That
then
one-
I'm sitting there with all my tigers and I was like, okay, game's over.
At one
Where
point,
were all your tigers, by the way?
On
On the other
burning
side,
on the other side of the
table,
table, just sort of, cruising.
where there was no. Oh no, that was the game against Brian.
That was a different game,
Yeah,
eh?
that was a different game.
there were many games. All the games we had were fun, even losing.
Not quite.
I mean,
enjoyed it.
I had
It was all right.
so much. This is our 5th Panzer Shrek. It's probably the one that's been the most fun.
Yeah.
It really has. Like you say, there was just no tension. No, everybody was having an absolute blast and having a ball.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool.
The bolt action guys looked like they weren't having fun. Like, as much fun as the Flames of War guys were.
Look, I watched some of the bolt action games and there was some fun going on. There was a bit,
But it wasn't
some
as...
serious
It's a
stuff.
different kind of
wasn't-
fun.
It was
It is.
contained fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't outrageous fun. like
I
the
even
Flames of
had
War was.
money to spend, and I spent it
scary.
all.
You did. You bought all the
I bought all the
T55,
Team
55.
Yankee.
Yeah. Yeah. Spoiler alert, and watch out, world. Damo's playing Team Yankee now. Not
Time
in-
Yanko?
I bought all
Team
the
Yankee,
I bought
yeah.
all the Team
I
Yankee.
think, I think I'm
Oh.
prom licking.
I think I'm gonna stroke.
I got
Oh,
all the
God.
T-55s.
Yep. And some Heinz.
And some Heinz. And
Some
some
Heinz.
T72s.
T72s.
And then you...
No, I won a box of T-72s and some Heinz.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no,
You did
we
some...
lost
traded.
the box.
Oh, it's nerd finance.
I just we got a whole just stuff, right? So we came last. We got stuff. Damo went, I don't need this stuff, and traded it out for stuff that he needed. It's like it just happens, magic. It's like pulling a hair out of your ass,
It also helped that
What?
It also
like
helped
a
that.
rabbit out of a hat, hair out of
okay.
your ass.
It also helped that Phil. He won a prize and then he didn't take it, so that got brought down to us.
We would have
And
got a
then
prize anyway.
Gav kept Summer safe, and they came third. And then they
Summer
got
safe.
prizes, and then they went into the nerd finance pool and got traded around as well because they didn't really need it because they already had what was there, so they just took
Yeah.
stuff and it ended up doing the rounds. I think. Bloody Baldy Bob fucking came out of it smiling.
You reckon he came out
Jesus.
top dog? He got nothing, but he walked away with all the stuffs.
He did walk away with all the stuff. So it's like
Lucky
sweet.
bastard.
Oh, my... Oh, fucking God. The best painted... How about that one?
Oh my god, when that got awarded, that was pretty
That was
funny.
awkward and hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't find it awkward. I just found it extremely funny.
So Brian won Best Painted, and when his name was called out that he won Best Painted, everybody's like, "Oh,
What's that noise?
he's watching West Ham."
Don't watch sports while we're
doing?
talking about soldiers, especially fucking soccer.
What are you doing? Seriously. Seriously.
You need to
Anyway,
contribute
so-
instead of being a dickhead.
So it's just.
I am contributing.
You're fucking watching soccer videos.
I am not. Yeah, I am.
It's
see
watching
you
best
doing it.
sports bloopers and shit.
Yeah. Man gets kicked in nuts with ball. So Brian goes up to get his best painted, and Gav yells out something like, "Tell us how you painted them," and it was awkward.
Very awkward.
It was
but
pretty funny though.
Everybody
It was just,
laughed.
it was just a topper for like a really good long weekend away playing Toy Soldiers. Yeah.
And no one cared that they came first or last
No.
or second or middle of the pack kind of thing.
Or last.
Or last.
Yeah.
Everybody just knew they were going to basically 90% sure of getting easy points if they played.
And
us.
boy, oh boy, do I don't often get to play the Wellington guys because the way the algorithms work out in this Swedish chess thing, they end
The
up
Wellington
playing,
dudes are
I
hilarious.
normally end up playing like some Hamiltonian or
Yeah.
some you fuckwits.
Well, no Hamiltonians this year because they all picked the set and didn't turn up.
They packed the sad and made their own tournament in Auckland. I was like,
And they all went, we're going to Auckland to play up in Auckland because Auckland for Aucklanders. And it was like, well,
all three Aucklanders showed up, and then that was it because the rest of them had gone to
We'd
Panstrip
gone to Panstrip.
or off to Australia to play in their Napoleonics
Well,
tournament.
again,
all the
yeah.
rest of them are stodgy old bastards who are out west and would rather go to T-Cow anyway.
Yeah, it's-
Which was
It's a good
odd.
call.
yeah.
T-Cow was
It
on.
is a good, really good club.
Yeah, I hear it's
from
the
what I hear.
best.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing the Wellingtonians is fun. It's fun to hear them talk because they about their jobs and stuff because they're all in government.
Yeah.
Like the lot of them, and it's like government this and government that, and you hear it talking about how they have to like kiss ass and like, oh yes, minister and stuff. And then I'm like, corporate, I can get something. We're gonna go for lunch and we'll write it off because we took my team and it's 50% off my tax bill thing. Magic, yeah, work stuff, probably legal, but that's for the accountants,
Anyway,
not for me.
The like going down
Do-do.
the banter, just the whole thing is just fun. It's great. It's what wargaming should be. It should be about fun, not about
Oh,
winning.
tell you what's not fun.
What's not fun, Dan?
Taupo's model shop, or what model shop?
Where
Or
was
It is there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because Townie told me it was there. You know
But
how
where?
we ended up going for a walk and then we gave up. We
Yeah.
went down that. We went up to the street and then went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one more street over.
Ah,
Oh,
balls.
they all look the same.
They all looked the same, so we just gave up and went to BP and you bought a sausage.
I bought two sausages.
Two more sausages.
Or did I buy three sausages?
I think it was 3.
El think I bought-
macho.
I think I bought three sausages.
Chorizo, hombre, chorizo.
There's a great little video somewhere of Dan gobbling sausages.
It's
on
good,
the
good
Behind Indie Lines
sausages.
Facebook page.
Good sausages.
So, if you could pick one moment from Panzer Shrek 2018 as the best, what would it be? Dan.
Probably where we made you cry
I didn't cry.
on the
I
inside.
had something in my eye.
Yeah. Oh no.
Damo?
Oh no. Can I say another one?
Yeah.
Where the dude in the liquor store asked if I would like a free sample of drink, and I was like, "They give out free samples of drink," and then I found a new whiskey.
Oh, man.
And you know there's stuff called, you know how there's liqueurs.
Yes.
I didn't realize they made whiskey liqueurs.
Yes.
They make the whiskey liqueurs.
Yeah, it's like schnapps.
It's like godlike. And I got very drunk on it.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
did.
really
Nice.
nice. It is very nice. I still have it upstairs, and some days just before work, I go and I open the top and have a big sniff, and then I go off to work. I'm like, oh, because it's for those of you who like to drink but don't like alcohol because it burns and it's yucky tasting and it's like yucky. Go out and buy the Dubliner Honeycomb whiskey liqueur because it's very smooth. And when you drink it, your whole body or your chest cavity gets very warm, and you're like, "Ooh, I feel alive a little bit more than I do normally from my dead self inside."
Yeah.
It ranges from about 40 New Zealand to 55 New Zealand dollars a bottle, depending on where you buy it. That's the Dubliner. It's great. Buy it
We should
now.
get a
Get
sponsorship.
drunk.
We should get a sponsorship from them. Damo, what was yours?
Best moment,
Yeah. If you had to pick one,
getting there.
getting there.
Getting there.
there.
All right.
Getting to Palmerston North.
Not that Audi
Getting
Sport
out of the
Box
car
ends.
and just going, yeah, I made it. And I didn't kill any bastard on the way down.
Yeah, it's fair call, fair call.
Yay.
So for me, it was the second night where we went to Pack and Save for dinner to get like snacks and stuff, and you guys got beer and stuff. And Darren Summer goes and buys his beer, and the checkout chick asks for ID.
Though she didn't ask for ID until he told her to card him.
Card him, right? So he gets carded, And then Damo goes up, and he's got his beer there, and I said to her, ID him, and she goes, no need.
Too old. Too old.
Just without missing a beat, she's just like, no, don't need to.
No, he's
Don't need to.
700. You don't need
Which
to.
made it all the more perfect in her deadpan voice after we'd just taken the piss out of Summer,
Yeah.
who got carded.
It was hilarious. It was just so good.
And then, isn't that the same day that you decided we didn't need plastic bags? Because, we're trying to save the planet and we had to carry
No,
each...
that was the next one.
Oh, yeah, that was
That
great.
was the next day.
It's like nothing like carting a cooked chicken and a bunch of shit across the road. And
So good.
like my pockets are full of toffee pops and random shit. It's like, I only have so many pockets.
Oh, man. So next year's Panzer Shrek is going to be a bit of an experience.
Fucking ordeal.
It's going to be great, man. You're going to love it. So next year is Team Yankee, but we are not driving down next year.
No, we're going to have to get pretty organised on this actually and
Yeah,
try
it's
and
a good
figure it
call,
out.
man.
But
So
No, you just show up at your house and
Gavin
catch the train.
in
Choo
his
choo.
Gavin is he's we're catching the train now. We are catching the train.
Have you got any train videos? got any train videos?
Oh my god! It's a DL85. Oh wow!
yeah, no.
And we're gonna. So Dan's gonna fly up from Invercargill.
I have to fly from Invercargill. So the way it works for this though,
Yeah.
because Invercargill is such a smallish place, although it shouldn't be. It should.
You
have
can
a
get a
direct-
direct flight to
No,
Auckland.
you cannot.
Surely not.
No. Well, maybe I haven't really checked.
Maybe we could meet
I
you
I
halfway.
looked at a picture of the airport and it had like a seven.
Palmerston North
It had a
halfway.
it had a 767 on it on the tarmac. So I'm like, well, why can't you go to Auckland? But anyway, it goes from if I'm going to go the long way, I'd go Invercargill to Dunedin, Dunedin to Auckland to I assume Damian's house, Damian's house to Parnell to catch the not the Inter-Islander, it's called the Northern Express.
Do we catch it from Parnell, not the bottom train station anymore?
No, it's not from Britomart anymore because Britomart got all pissy saying you can't have diesel trains in here because you're smelly. So they've made this like stand out in the middle of the elements where you stand around like a hobo waiting for a train to show up.
Yeah.
With a
And then-
shotgun?
No,
No, it's
no,
the old train station.
yeah, it's the old train station. You know the one near the old train station building that's now student accommodation.
Yeah. Up near where Sachi and Sachi is, up on the Strand, Parnell.
Nag's
Parnell.
Head.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one we used to get off and have to walk for miles to get into town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where you catch the train from now.
Okay.
And so we take that train on the wonderful journey all the way to Palmerston North.
How long does it take?
Well, when I did it, because my parents were mean, and they sent a young student away to Wellington, it took 9.5 hours.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
But Palmerston North is not Wellington, so it's only like 6 hours.
So same as driving.
Same as driving.
and
But we can play Magic.
we don't have to drive. And we can play cards and board games and
Yeah.
spin shit. And I can actually sleep.
You sleep when you're driving.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's pretty much a sleep.
Yeah, sleep where you drive.
Surviving.
It's
Zoned
Sure,
out.
yeah.
It's
Surviving
like, oh
on
no, I need another 500 ml of energy drink.
vape juice and raspberry lemon shit.
No, a train ride should be nice and relaxing.
The funniest
I
part-
drank a litre of energy drink before we got to Hamilton.
Oh man, it's
my
so
God.
bad. The funniest part about the train trip is Bob, who lives in Palmerston North, where we're going, is flying up from Palmerston North
Just to ride the train.
To ride the
catch
train.
with
I'm
us.
gonna catch the train.
We love you, Bob. We really.
He
do.
loves trains.
He does
Loves
love
trains.
trains. Who
Does.
doesn't love trains?
That's true.
Oh my
Choo choo.
God. It's
But at least on this train, there's like a booze cart
yeah,
thing
yeah,
now,
it's a booze
which is
cart.
great.
It's gonna be great.
But
I don't-
apparently, so what we've got to do is we've got to get onto it. We've all got to get the tickets at the same time in the blocks, so we're in the same carriage, apparently.
Yeah.
Because the Wellington boys told us about that. Don't get them separate because you end up in different
So
spots around the
Just
train.
get just get Bob to buy all the tickets, and then
Reimburse
we'll just,
him.
Well, yeah, we just show up.
That's true. He's got all that government money.
Yeah, all the army money from
Yeah.
like doing secret army spy stuff.
That's
I don't know.
like.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Vaping
We'll
people.
figure it out when we get closer to the time. But it looks like we'll travel down on the Thursday and then fly back on the Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you
we'll
fly
have to-
down on the Sunday.
Fly back on the
Back.
Sunday.
Back.
But you
Yeah,
have to
we'll
fly
fly
back
back.
to Invercargill.
Yeah,
But you'll have to go to Auckland first. To
No,
go
no,
to Dunedin.
because I think the Palmerston North flies direct to Invercargill.
Oh wow.
I know,
Okay.
it's
Well, that's
stupid.
convenient.
Well,
And when
Yeah,
we're
to a degree.
flying, we should get Summer or Gav to sort out what's going on since they have hooks into Air New Zealand.
yeah, they can sit in the pilot seat and stuff. right?
Oh, can I go up the front and go, can I sit on your lap?
It's like, can I push? Where's the missile lock button?
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, I blew up.
Are we going to fly
Colombia.
into space?
We go. Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah.
Do they don't let you in there?
Can I be a door gunner?
You're not allowed to go in the cockpit
Oh,
anymore.
that's
no.
dumb.
What?
You're not allowed to.
Don't let you in there. Don't
Brr.
let you in there. Don't let kids in there. They especially wouldn't let you in there. Oh my god! Could you
Brr.
imagine? It's like, what does this button do? That dumps all of our fuel and kills us all. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Push it
Super.
anyway. Oh, hey.
Dumbass.
I'll just go, what is it? Break.
Break. That turns the engines off and sends us into a
Whoops.
unstoppable
All
dive.
you'd hear, this is your captain speaking. Whoops.
You're like, whoop whoop, pull up, terrain, pull up, terrain, whoop
Whoops.
whoop, pull up,
Whoops.
terrain.
You have crashed. You have crashed.
So we'll do that, organise it.
Cool.
So it looks like it'll be a good trip
Yeah,
down.
man, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll cut to a break, and while we're sorting out the ads and stuff, we'll figure out what the fuck we're going to talk about in part 3.
Yeah, just can't beat the Mad Butcher's meat.
Dice of War. Dice of War supply custom and historical wargaming dice and accessories. Unique designs to suit your gaming requirements. Visit the online store today at diceofwar.com.au.
Commander Boreal, enemy forces in our perimeter.
Where?
Southern quadrant, but they were on the move. Current location unknown.
There is no time to be lost. Battle, brothers! Space Marines, today the enemy is at our door. We know our duty and we will do it. We fight for our honor as Blood Ravens, as Space Marines, and we fight in the name of the Emperor. If we die this day, we die in glory. We die heroes' deaths, but we shall not die. No, it is the enemy who will taste death and defeat, as you know. Most of our battle brothers are stationed in space, prepared to deep strike. Our perimeter has been prepared in the event that our enemies should be so bold and so foolish. We have placed numerous beacons, allowing for multiple, simultaneous, and devastating defensive deep strikes. The Codex Astartes names this maneuver Steel Rain. We will descend upon the foe. We will overwhelm them. We will leave none alive. Meanwhile, our ground forces will ensure the full defense of our headquarters. We are the Space Marines. We are the Emperor's Fury.
That was the single best thing I've ever seen.
So, welcome to part 3 of Behind
Jesus,
Enemy
my
Lines.
ears, Damian.
Oh, sorry, mate. Welcome to part 3
sorry,
of Behind
mate.
Enemy. Sorry,
Sorry,
mate.
sorry,
Sorry, mate.
mate.
Sorry,
Sorry,
mate. Sorry,
Oh,
mate.
I wasn't recording.
Oh, no.
It was recording. You just
It's not even April.
exploded my fucking ears.
How can I explode your ears? It's not like me. It's not
you
like
just-
I'm Gregging
It's
it.
not mumbling as you normally do.
Ah! Sorry.
Fuck, don't do that. Our listeners will die.
Yeah, Greg.
Quite literally.
Jeez.
Do that ASMR stuff.
Oh, no. Honestly, mate, that was one of the worst things you ever made us watch.
Okay.
Or made me watch. That was
Let's talk
terrible.
Let's talk about FlamesCon. I hear it's pretty cool.
FlamesCon is coming up this year. It's on the 28th and 29th or 27th and 28th of October.
Oh, that's pretty cool, mate.
This year we're offering 3 systems.
Oh, mate, that's pretty good, mate.
We've got Flames of War, Late War, Team Yankee, and probably New Zealand.
Yeah, I ain't whispering. I ain't falling into this shit, eh? So anyway, we're going to be shilling FlamesCon for part 3. And
Oh,
these
still
losers have started it up. So I don't know. I mean, Dan, are you even going to be here for FlamesCon?
Yes, no, maybe.
Very
So,
committal. Very committal.
It's
Well
good
done.
potential that maybe I could possibly might not be, could do be here though, I don't know.
Absolutely, nearly.
There's a definite probable maybe.
Absolutely.
Definite maybe, 100% maybe.
Fully.
I'll still be transitioning between my 2 houses in the WOPs before and my new existing job thingy that I'll move to thingy majig.
Good luck with the transition.
Yeah, it's a bit of a.
That was
I hear
the
it's a bit
single
of
best
a
thing I've ever seen.
snippety, snappity kind of. It's not easy, mate. I'm moving to the other side of the country, literally the bottom, but not quite the bottom. I ain't moving to Bluff like some sort of weirdo redneck. Stop touching the mics every fucking time, every fucking podcast.
Yeah, Greg.
Nothing to do with me, buddy. Anyway, FlamesCon is coming back around. So if you are a war gamer of the Flames of War and or Team Yankee and or Tanks persuasion, head along to FlamesCon. So if you can make it to New Zealand, of course. So probably more for our Australian and or New Zealand listeners.
Not quite true. We've had a person come from the United States for the very first one, and just 2 years ago we had someone come from, was it Italy?
Italy, yeah.
Italy come and play.
So it is a worldwide
So
tournament.
it's not
this year's-
impossible.
No, absolutely not. So contact us via the email flamescon2017@gmail.
If there's any Australians
You didn't
coming,
get-
if
you
there's any
didn't update-
Australians coming
Oh,
over, they
fuck's
can stay with Greg.
Damian,
Yeah.
can you, like, what happened? All of a sudden your mic is extremely loud and you're like, not
I haven't
mumbling.
done anything. I've just started to talk.
Can you stick it in your... Yeah,
Fixed
that's
it.
better. Turn it off. Yeah, it's great.
I fixed it.
Hey, you cocks.
So you're rocking the 217 email.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered changing it this year.
Lazy.
Anyway, so it looks as though we're just working on who's going to sponsor the event and all that kind of jazz.
Are
Again.
you actually recording this? It doesn't look like any of the levels are moving on the
It's just-
screen.
It's
it is
moving.
recording.
Just shut up.
Okay.
It's just going too
No.
slow for your old eyes.
I'm not.
So if you want to come over from overseas, any Australians, you go stay with Greg.
Nuh-uh.
And anybody else, well, should have a spare bed or something. Unless Dan comes up for it. If he's down the line, then he'll end up staying with me probably.
Shame.
Shame your undies out. Shame.
Shame. I mean, it's the third year that I've sort of helped run the event, and looking forward to it. So I think I'll be playing Team Yankee this year. We're going to run Team Yankee at 75 points and see how that goes.
What was it last year? Was it
85 points
Oh,
last year. It
too
was
big.
just a little bit too big.
too big?
So
Why not run it at 60?
Because some dickhead with 1,000 T55s
Yeah.
be like, look, I still get 1,000,000 of these fucking things for 12 points. And then everyone will be like, well, this guy's a dick.
why don't you tell our valued listeners what you're planning on doing with this T55 horde? How are you planning to paint these things?
Oh,
Necron Silver.
It's disgusting.
Because when somebody goes, that's not a proper paint job, rivet. And I'll go, well, actually, no, I'm getting ready for Team Yankee tanks. So I'm
Oh
painting
yeah, that's
them
been
in a-
teased as well.
in
We
a
forgot about
gaming
that.
scheme.
oh yeah, Team Yankee Modern. I mean, not Team Yankee. Tanks,
Tanks
Modern.
Moderns is
Yeah,
coming.
look out, everyone.
with
Yeah.
fast big tanks and
helicopters.
Tanks.
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 Nah, I bought a can of NATO spray. It's at home somewhere.
Oh yeah, you
NATO
did.
Where did I
green.
get that from?
Toy
Vagabond.
World. Vagabonds.
That's right. Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
So it's at
Yeah,
home
the
somewhere.
neat
So
shots.
I have got the NATO green spray to put on the tanks. I did find all my anti-Israeli T-55s, and I with
Aren't they,
the ones that
aren't
I've
they
got,
just called Egyptians
yeah.
T55s, not anti-Israeli? It's like, I'm sitting there going, anti-Israeli. It's like, that sounds like a very specific type of tank. It's like, hang on, that's an Egyptian T55.
So from the Desert War, so I found them,
Yeah.
but they originally started off as
And they're not the AM
Vietnamese
model, though.
tanks.
They did. I
And
remember
then
that.
they transferred themselves to the deserts. They've probably got about 4 coats of paint on. They're about to have a 5th. And then with the 3
Jesus.
boxes of
All the details
European
gone.
theatre T-55s, I'm going to mix and match turrets and
my
make them a
God.
real hodgepodge.
It's gonna
Get
be
some camo
so
nets,
gross,
throw it
eh?
on. It's going to be disgusting.
It's gonna be
Bob's
so
gonna-
badly.
Bob,
I
my
bet-
partner, is going to be absolutely just
I
going,
bet
oh
the
my
tracks are
God.
gonna be backwards and shit because he put them on wrong.
Hey.
and
Have to
stuff.
drive
for-
around in circles.
and even though they're like keyed, he'll just put them on back and just fucking super glue on everything. I was like, oh, this one's turret. This one's turret doesn't turn because
You should see how much super glue I went out and bought. I
Oh,
am prepared. I went to the $2 shop and there was a big row and it's like 10 super glues for $2. So I got 2 of them. So I got 20 super glues.
3
Plus the
drops.
2 super glues I got from the dairy because he looked all sad. So I bought 2 super glues from him and a couple of bags of dollar lollies. So I'm all set to go and I'm going to be super gluing the crap out of everything.
Why did your local dairy owner look sad?
He just looked sad because, it's
Probably
it's
just
a
been
local
robbed.
dairy owner. No, he hadn't been robbed yet. Or robbed
Not in a
for
while.
6 months.
Yeah.
But
Fucking hell. We don't live in a dangerous neighborhood. No.
We don't. He does.
Well, you actually live in a scary place.
Yeah.
hey, I do not. It's lovely and quiet down there.
It's a good point actually. So you got the
Great
those
place
are-
to dump a body.
Yeah, reckon. Just down in the mangroves. If so, you're gonna have T55s on your painting table.
And I need to get some shulkers.
Oh yeah.
And your Heinz. Don't
And your
forget
Heinz.
I've got my Heinz.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need.
Oh, yeah,
but
I've
you
got
gotta
them.
you gotta need something like Greg. Well, not Greg, because Greg has this habit of like, hey, these models are plastic fit. He half closes the shit, and it's like big fucking gaps and stuff. And I'm like, Greg, what are you fucking under this? And he's like, oh, I was in a hurry. I really wanted to build it. It was like,
did.
and in doing so, you fucked the model. Good work.
So basically, if I find some time soonish, I should come around with my hinds and make you assemble them for me, Dan.
No, because I'll be packing my house to go away. So what you'll need to do
When
is
are you
you'll
moving?
need- soonish.
What soonish?
Month-ish or so.
That's heaps of time. So
Well,
I'll be
no,
around
no,
for you
no,
to
no,
assemble
no.
my hinds.
Go and see fucking Paul, because if you're lucky, he'll paint them for you too, so you don't have to even use your brain.
Nah, nobody likes me. You just put up with me.
Paul does. BFFs. That's Paul, not me.
Wrong scale.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
neither
something
is
else we can talk about aside from your silly Team Yankee tournament FlamesCon thing.
Oh,
The change of the guard.
The changing
God.
of the guard. Yeah, so with Dan moving away, so the way that our club operates, a lot of clubs operate in a democratic, like there's a committee with a president and a secretary
charter.
and a treasurer and shit. Now, what we've got is a democratic dictatorship.
And by democratic dictatorship, it
Yeah.
means no one else has a say except the dictator.
That's right.
Dan got voted in by me and Paul.
Yeah. So now
That
Dan's
and, I,
leaving.
that and I paid for it, so you know.
That and he paid for it.
And Dan paid for it. Dan said, I'll pay for it.
Yeah. So now, with Dan leaving, apparently he doesn't want to keep paying for it.
Apparently, it's a thing when you don't need to use something, you shouldn't pay for it anymore.
Well,
I don't know. I mean,
I've got insurance.
seems a bit, yeah.
Topical.
Yeah, seems a bit wrong that you're moving away and still not paying for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Not, yeah. Tough shit.
What if you get divorced? Then you move away and you still pay for it.
Yeah. But then
don't get
somehow Paul managed to step into the breach and he's decided that
He
he'll
offered.
run club.
He offered.
He offered.
He offered. Which
So
was,
dictator for life, because
Yeah.
now Dan's life is no longer.
yeah, because going through the whole, what was it? What's the forming a club?
Incorporated society.
Incorporated society. It sounds like a whole bunch of filling in forms.
It is, man.
And who wants to do that when most jobs are filling in
I
forms?
printed out the forms.
And yeah, and
And
then
even with people saying,
But you get that sweet, sweet monies for
Yeah,
it. You get
but-
all the monies. And
But
it's
we-
like,
we pay like $60 a session, which works out 2 clubs a month to about $120.
and then you've
Exactly $120.
then you got to be accountable to your membership, and it's like,
And then
And
they're
you've got to
like,
do AGMs, and you've got to have books, and you've got to have bank accounts. You got to. It's just easier
And
this
you have-
way, and there's no
I
politics.
second this.
yeah,
I third it.
and
no,
that's the
no
best thing.
quorums.
Yay.
The problem
I'm
is
sorry
the
we
problem
can't have
is
a
the
proper
li-
meeting.
The whole liability side of things, but we don't have any.
No.
liabilities.
No.
Well, no, we don't. We don't have liability. If the building burns down, their insurance covers it.
Yeah.
If one of us causes the incident, then your contents liability takes care of that up
Yeah.
to $20 million normally, and that building's not going to cost $20 million to rebuild.
And that's why Dan's in insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your public. It's like you get your public liabilities, including your contents cover, in case you
Accidentally
really
burn down a hall.
accidentally burn down a hall.
Yeah.
But we've also paid $100 bond on the hall,
Yeah.
which is also more than likely to go towards any excess they have to pay.
Yep.
So
that's
when
how-
you say we, you did.
yeah, I paid $100 bond.
Okay, shot. Thanks, Dan.
Which
That's your
me-
parting gift.
Well, yeah. What? No, I have to also tell her to change the email address to someone else's.
Give
Which
it
will be
a line.
Paul's.
Yeah.
Not you. You're not bloody.
Well, then because Greg's more likely to answer an email than Paul is.
Oh, Paul could.
Paul's busy doing yarn things.
Woolly bully.
Yeah.
He's a woolly bully.
Woolly bully.
So yeah, that's how we decided to do our club, and that's how we go through change management. As you can see,
Somebody
it's a
else steps in and says,
much
"Oh, don't."
faster process. Our,
Dictatorship isn't for everyone, but it seems to work for us.
I
Yeah.
can stand. I
Yeah.
didn't skip leg day.
Oh,
I will obey.
we checked our Jira wall, and we said, well, if we go to do the
we've
club,
gone agile.
Oh, we went agile, and we're like, well, we got our Scrum Master together, and Scrum Master's right,
That's
guys.
the job I want. If I ever went corporate, I want to be a scrum master.
You couldn't do it.
Because I learnt about that. I could bloody do it.
What do you mean you learned about
I
it?
think Gavin,
guys taught me all
Gavin
about
taught
it on
him
the way
about
down.
Scrum
too.
Master.
And I'm sitting there going, what the hell's this corporate
Scrum
speak?
Master
Scrum
just-
Master sounds sporty.
It just keeps everybody working on task, and you keep annoying managers at bay.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, but managers have this tendency to be like sneaky pricks and get in
And
the way.
asking for
I
results.
was like, why isn't this done yet? And it's like, because it's illegal. And they're like, but I want it done. It's like, but it's against the law and people would get fined and you will go to jail, etc. And he's like, but I'm not prepared to go to jail. Just make the thing happen. It's like, fuck off, dude.
It's not going to happen.
It's like, what do you mean?
Which we don't actually have in our club situation because
No.
generally we just turn up. One dude unlocks it, which is Dan, and then one dude collects up fees if anybody is not a club
Dan.
member, which is
is
Dan.
me.
And then Dan spends money and puts it back into the club. That's
I
Dan.
spend money?
Not in the club.
Not in the
Not
club.
in the club.
Spend money. at
Hey, what are
the
you going to do with
dairy.
your tables and stuff too? Shouldn't you give them to Greg to look after? Because he's got space down below.
I don't know. You probably have to think about that one. Not 100% sure, but maybe probably a good idea because you need them for FlamesCon,
And
right?
among other things.
Among other events.
Most likely.
And to be honest,
it's
I
fine.
only paid $50 for 7 tables. Because
That's right.
because remember I went and I started talking to the
Yeah.
guy and he's like, bleep, 1 table. And then I'm like, how much discount do I get off these tables plus this crap because I work for this place? And he's like, oh yes, you'll only be paying X amount of dollars.
And you went,
and he looked at me
"Ah."
strange and I looked at him strange, but we didn't say anything. We made that
Did he know you?
we made that shifty eye contact with each other. And he's like,
Oh, that
All
sounds
right.
sexual.
all right. And I was like,
made
okay, bye
we
now.
made that sexy,
And Terry-
shifty eye contact with
And
each
Terry
other.
was just happy she got her like,
Have you got tentacles?
chorito.
Or are you al macho chorizo?
and Terry was quite happy that she just got a bunch of little baby cactuses. Or cacti.
Cacti.
Yeah.
With the little spikes.
Anyway, it didn't quite dawn on me until I got out and started putting things in the car that I was like putting each one in, and it's like I only paid like $60 for this, and these are like a shit ton of tables.
Yeah, there's a few tables. Yeah, we'll sort that out. It'll be fine. Look, the main point is club is going to continue. I'm going to build a box, and
A
people,
what?
people can just put coins in it as they walk in the door. And if you don't put coins in the box,
Why would you put coins in the box? Because if they're members, they
if they're
don't
members,
pay.
they don't have to, right? But people who are non-members and just casuals, then put money in the box.
And then what do you do with this money in a box?
Give it to Paul.
Why don't you just put money in your pocket?
Why don't you just say Paul's over there?
Give him money.
Give him money so he can stick it in his pocket.
Why do you need the box? The box sounds like it's an extra step.
It does. It sounds like some honesty thing, which coming from an Australian is pretty fucked up.
Fuck you.
So I just put this in my box. What's in it? It's a dick in a box.
I gotta get a dingo and put it in the box.
Yeah, we're going to miss you. We are.
Oh,
Maybe.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Are we gonna go and
You're
have
going
a...
to miss it. There's not going to be anyone to paint your shit for you.
Oh, I'm a bit gutted actually. I need to steal the blue and the red for the Necrons because I'm gonna have to
Buy
finish
your
them off.
own.
You know all this spare cash.
You
Did
got
you
all-
just hear what he said?
Yeah, I know.
You got all that spare cash. You'll just have to tell Greg to get it for you, and now you have to give Greg the money, and Greg will have to use his credit card
Hey,
to
look,
buy the things from
I've
98.
used so much of it. You need to get some new ones for yourself anyway.
That's a shit way of looking at it, but I'm looking at the blue now, and it's like half empty.
I know there's bugger all.
Oh,
I mean,
fucking
come
hell.
on. I mean,
And you didn't even airbrush it on. It's like designed for airbrushes. What is the with a hand paintbrush, like a fucking house brush? Like, and they're all blue now, done. These fucking god awful blue shiny fucking Necrons.
hey, they
everywhere.
look really good on the table. Get fucked.
They look
Right.
good when someone photoshops them as well.
Yeah, that looks
Closing it off.
awesome,
I've
man.
got to
Woolly
go home. I've
maze.
got work to do.
No, you don't.
Actually,
I've
I've got
actually
no
got
work to
work
do
to do.
tonight, but I'd just like to go home and go to bed.
I have got. Oh, I got a meeting in the morning. I hate meetings.
Why have you got meetings?
Have you got
Oh,
some-
you don't
Because
do any work.
I always have meetings. Like I've been in meetings this entire week about the things with the blah blah blahs and the.
Well, welcome to being a corporate
That sounds
biatch.
really technical.
I liked it when I was a pleb. Pleb didn't have to go to meetings. Pleb just showed up and did pleb work. Now it's like meetings this, brothers. Can we do this? Blah blah blah. Project this. Can we break the law? No, we can't break the law. Can we
50
report to the
episodes
law?
has been an absolute fucking blast.
I hope you've enjoyed all the few Easter eggs we've popped in.
Oh, there has been.
I
some
hope you've enjoyed the Mad Butcher's meat.
You just can't beat it.
You can't beat it.
Don't forget, we are Blood Ravens. Yeah.
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 For the Emperor.
Commander Boreal.
51 metal
No.
boxes.
No.
No.
Hey, what sort of Easter egg should we stick at the end then? We're going to have something else to finish off.
No Easter eggs.
No.
No.
We don't
We're just
know.
going to do it.
Maybe.
So,
Or we can do a secret track like the Tool albums you usually do. You know,
So
they
you go
wait
really
like,
quiet,
You
and
go
then
really
wait
quiet.
10
and
seconds,
10
and then something
seconds,
else
and then
comes up.
and then something else comes up, and you're like, I waited 10 seconds for that. Damn it. you know, but we'll see.
Sort of like a Marvel movie after credits.
Oh
scene.
yeah, it's like the end of a Marvel movie.
Well, it is the
Yeah.
50th episode.
Yeah,
So
so stick
Can we-
around
so
for
now that
the
we've talked about
stick
it, we're
around
not
for the
actually gonna
credits.
do it.
yeah,
Maybe.
after
Or
the credits.
are we?
Are we?
So remember to head on over, check us out on social media, Facebook, YouTube, blog, Twitter, Instagram. Check out what's going on there. Thank you for listening. Thank you to the people who send us free shit. And until episode 51, I've been Greg.
I have not been El Macho, El Chorizo.
For our honor as blood ravens.
Oh no!
What's happening?
Whoa,
For our
whoa.
honor as Blood
that
Ravens.
wasn't the spoiler.
No,
So-
it was,
still
it was
going.
just Commander
Sorry,
Boreal
yeah.
going nuts with the Blood Ravens. So anyway, yeah, I've been Damian.
And I've been Dan.
We will see you in episode 51.
We will see you in
This
episode.
is actually the end of
the
the show.
actual end of the show.
Fuck off, Terry.
Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat. Oh man. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. You gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor. Time to get swifty in here. Gotta shit on the floor. I'm Mr. Bulldogs. I'm Mr. Bulldogs. Take a shit on the floor. Take off your panties and your pants. It's time to get swifty in here. New song, Swifty.
Show me what you
Swifty song coming up,
got.
ya. It's the Swifty. Hey, take your pants off. It's Swifty